All right, so if you're following along, go ahead and pull up mykw.kw.com and get logged in. I'll give you guys a moment to do that. So once you're on the home page of MyKW, we're going to be working in eEdge today to view the different marketing materials that are available to you as a KW agent. So to get in, we can go up to the top and see the eEdge control panel. And to get into eEdge, we're just going to click on the plus sign next to My Marketing and select the first option, which is Create Marketing Materials. All right, and this is going to bring us to the Marketing Center. This is basically where we can access all of the different marketing materials that are available. Here we can access email marketing, print marketing, our campaigns, our design library, basically everything marketing related in eEdge. But before we actually jump in and create some marketing pieces, we want to make sure that the information that is going to be placed on these marketing materials, such as our photo and our contact information, we want to make sure that's all correct so we don't have to update that individually every single time we create a piece. So from here, we're actually going to go up to the top right where it says Account. We're going to click on Account, and then under Account Administration, go ahead and select My Account. This is going to bring us into the My Account page of eEdge. This is where you can edit the information that shows up on your marketing materials as well as your eEdge website. So it's really important to make sure that this is all correct before we actually send out any marketing pieces. So to make changes to this page, we can click on this blue Edit button up at the top left. That's basically going to open this up and allow us to make changes. So important things to point out, we definitely want to make sure that our name is correct. This is what will display on the marketing materials and the website. You can also add in things like your title, maybe realtor, broker, things like that. Designations. This is usually stuff like if you are a certified military homing specialist, if you've taken any of those special certification classes, you can put that in here. Over to the right, we have our phone numbers. We have a space for a cell phone number and an office phone. We want to make sure that these are correct. There isn't a way to switch these or even switch the order or remove any of them. So you can choose to have both. You can choose to have one or the other. Looks like we have the same phone number for cell phone and work number, but that's up to you. Just make sure that you definitely have in a good number for someone to get in touch with you. All right, and back over to the left. This is very important. You are required to put in an external email. So this would be different than this eEdge email up here at the top. This would be preferably the email that you use for your business. So whether that's your kw.com email, or maybe you have your own custom email or a Gmail or a Yahoo, whatever it is, you want to make sure that this is the main email you're using for your business and it's not this KW Realty one. But the KW one is fine, at kw.com. So we want to make sure we have that in this box, and then directly below that you'll see in this marketing section there is a place for a marketing and reply to email. So if we click on this, if you're setting this up for the first time, it may be set to the KW Realty email. It's very important to switch this to whatever email you put in this external email box. You want to make sure that these match. Basically what this means is if anybody replies to any emails that you send out through MyKW, you'll get the responses at your external email. This will also display on your marketing pieces. So whatever email you want to display on whatever campaigns or marketing pieces that you correct, you want to make sure that that's in this box. So how we set it up when we do your account setup, we make sure that the external email and the marketing and reply to email are the same. Over to the right, we have our marketing website. This is going to be the main website that you use for your business. Most of the time, we will set this up with your Playster URL. But if you prefer your eEdge site, this could be your eEdge URL here. Or it could be if you have, a separate site that you created on your own, not through KW, you can put that in here as well. But you definitely want to make sure that something is here, because on those campaigns or any email pieces, anything that you send out, there will be a link that says go to my website, and when someone clicks on that, it's going to take them to whatever email is displayed here in this box. Marketing address, we want to make sure that this is the office phone number. We don't recommend putting your home address, not phone number. Want to make sure that this is the office address, not your home address. Down here below in the marketing section, we have my mobile app. So on those campaigns and on email pieces, there is a little section that says, click here to download my app. And we want to make sure that your mobile app URL is in this box. So I'll walk you through really quick where we can actually find that information. We actually update this for you if we've done a setup for you, but I'll show you where that is. So I'm just opening this up in a new tab, the home page of MyKW. So I'm back at the home page, and I'm actually just going to click on the plus sign next to my marketing again in the control panel. And then we're going to select this last option that says Manage e-agency website. Oops, that didn't work. What just happened? Okay, so that link isn't working. That's odd. I'm going to try one other way to get in there. Oh, it's because we don't have it for this. Oh man, okay. Well, normally if you click on this and then click Manage e-agency website, that'll take you in. You can select 4.0 on the left-hand side, and then 4.5, and that will actually, you'll be able to find your mobile app information, and it'll say my mobile app URL, and that's what you put in this box. So if you guys have trouble with that, or you can't find it, definitely let us know. Shoot us an email or give us a call and we can help get that fixed up for you. So all of this looks good to me. I'm going to click on the Save button. And this will actually update immediately. So if you're working on any of the marketing materials and you need to make sure that maybe you saw some information that was incorrect, if you go back and update this real quick, it'll update in real time. So you'll actually be able to see those changes right away. All right, directly below this section, we have an option for social media options. As you can see, we have our Facebook and our Twitter here. On some of those emails, you can add in your social media links at the bottom. So when people click on those, they click the little Facebook icon or the Twitter icon, they'll be taken to your page. You can edit these by clicking the little pencil button, or you can delete them by clicking the little X. If we wanted to add social media, we can click on this blue button. All right, so up here, we want to add social media. It says URL type, select one. So when we click on that, we have all these different options that we can add on here. Say you have a YouTube page or a Yelp page that you want to add in here. Great things. I'm not sure if we have a Yelp actually, but let's just add this in. And then you'd put in the URL. So I'd probably do yelp.com/Scott Leroy Marketing. Hit save. And now that little Yelp button will be displayed on our marketing materials and on our website. All right, and at the very bottom we have the images section. The first one is the website image, so this is the profile picture used on your website. In the middle we have our marketing image. This is actually what's going to display on those marketing materials. So a lot of the time these are the same, but if you have maybe two different photos you want to use, it's totally up to you. And then lastly we have the marketing logo. So you don't need to put your headshot here. This is really only a place for, say you have a custom logo that you created for yourself or for your team. That would be a great place to put that. This will show up on your marketing materials. If we did a setup for you, we will put in your office's logo. Most of the offices have their own custom KW logo. It's just a little bit different than the generic KW. It usually just says the office name. So we'll plug that in here. You don't need to put in just a generic KW because those marketing materials automatically plug that in for you. So if you put in just a regular KW logo, it'll actually have two on there and then you'll have to delete one. So make sure that this is really only like a custom logo, or a lot of times people will put in their QR code. So you can put in your QR code for your mobile app, or maybe a QR code that links directly to your website, what have you. So if you guys need help creating QR codes, we actually can do that for you. There's a support form on our website, and you just tell us what website you need the code for and we can create that. So yeah, if you need help with that or have any questions, let us know. But those are some examples of things that can go in this marketing logo section. All right, so everything on here looks good. All of our information is updated and ready to go. So now we can start creating those marketing materials. So I'm going to go back up to the top of our page and I'm going to click on this button that says Marketing. And we're going to start out by creating a campaign. So I'm going to click this middle option that says Manage Campaigns. This is going to bring us to the My Campaigns page. It'll display any campaigns that you currently have running or that you have created. Those will be displayed here in a list. Currently we only have one active campaign. It's our monthly newsletter. Looks like we have one contact on there. So you can come here. It'll display all of your campaigns, whether they are active or paused, what have you. You can sort them up at the top. Right now we have this just displaying everything. We only have one campaign, but you can sort these. Say you only wanted to see campaigns that were completed or campaigns that were paused, you can do that. You can also look at them by schedule, whether that's a date campaign, an interval campaign, or a birthday or anniversary campaign. If you want to see any type of campaign, multi-channel, email, print, action, what have you. So let's just go ahead and create a new campaign. To do that, we can go to the top right and click the blue button that says Add New Campaign. All right, so this is going to bring us to our campaigns page where we can see all the different campaigns that are available. Right now it looks like we have a whole bunch, 62 results found, so 62 different campaigns that you can set up for your clients. You can also sort these over here on the left. Say you're only looking for birthday campaigns or anniversary campaigns. Maybe you want to see campaigns for buyers or sellers, what have you. Or maybe you know a specific campaign you're looking for. You can also search for that over here on the left. All right, and I'll tell you a little bit about the different campaigns. These are the newer ones up at the top. Probably the first campaign that you'll set up is a 33 touch campaign. These go out twice a year for the whole year. I'm sorry, twice a month for the whole year. So these are great for your sphere of influence, family, friends, coworkers, people like that. I'll show you an example. So when you're on a campaign that you're interested in, you can actually see a little preview of what that campaign is by clicking this option that says Show Campaign Step Details. So these 33 touch campaigns, it's usually a mix of one newsletter for the month and then something either fun or informative, maybe a seasonal piece. So I'll just show you really quick. These are examples of what the 33 touch will look like. So this first part of the month, or second part of the month, is something like 4 signs it could be time for a change. So it's usually something pretty generic, kind of fun. That's one example of one of the pieces that goes out, and then the other part of the month they will receive a newsletter. And this is generated every month for you. It is nationwide information, but you can go in here and edit this, which I'll show you. But that's a little bit about the 33 touch. Like I said, that's the first campaign that they recommend that you set up. That's twice a month for the whole year. We also have a 12 Direct campaign. 12 Direct campaign is once a month for the whole year. These are things like the monthly newsletter, or sometimes they're just like a fun, informative piece as well. Looks like this one's called Home Ownership Know-How. And it's just little things like, is your home smart? And, you know, something fun. This is about home automation, security, cameras, stuff like that. So yeah, these are great for people that you don't want to reach out to too much, maybe like past clients, people that you don't want them to forget you, but you don't want to bother them too much. So just like a fun little email once a month to say, hey, I'm still here. Don't forget me if you have any real estate business. So that's a 12 Direct, and we also have 8x8 campaigns. These go out once a week for 8 weeks. These are the most aggressive campaigns. These are for buyers or for sellers. So really these are great for, say you met someone at an open house looking to buy. If you got their contact information, it would be great to set them up on an 8x8 campaign. Once a week for 8 weeks. And then after that, you can put them on something like a 12 Direct or a 33 Touch. And I'll just show you a couple more. As you can see, there's quite a few options for each. So there's a handful of 12 Direct campaigns. There's a bunch of different 33 Touch, 8x8. Like I said, you can go through and just get little previews of what these pieces actually are before you actually go in and set them up. Just going to keep scrolling down to give you an idea. Some other campaigns that we have a birthday greetings campaign. This will go out once a year on your client's birthday. So when you enter in their contact info, if you have someone's birthday, I definitely recommend adding it in, because then you can add them on these birthday campaigns, and then once a year they'll get a nice happy birthday message from you. There's also some mobile app campaigns, encouraging people to download your mobile app. I'll show you what that looks like. Perfect, and that's why it's really important to have that mobile app URL in the My Account page, because if you send out these campaigns, they can click on this button and they'll actually download your personal app right away. And last one, purchase anniversary. This is great for past clients. If you keep record of when their home was purchased and put that into eEdge, you can actually set them up on a purchase anniversary reminder campaign. And then once a year on that date, they'll get a nice little message from you saying happy anniversary. So those are some of the campaigns. I'm just going to scroll all the way back up and we'll set up a 33 Touch really quick, since that's the first one that most of you will complete. I'm just going to go with this first one, Home Ownership Matters. As you guys have noticed, a lot of these, we have them for individuals and teams, so make sure you're choosing the right one. And to jump into the campaign and actually set it up, we click the button to the right that says choose this template. All right, so this may actually not be a good example. I'm going to go back because, so one little thing to note, the 33 touch campaigns run April to April. So it looks like that campaign has actually finished. So new campaigns will be coming out soon. They release them in April. So at that time, you will be notified and you can then set up the campaign. So if you had a campaign that was running a 33 touch, you would have to go back in and set those people up again on the new one for that year. So I'm not going to show you that because we can't actually see the steps on there. Let's just do this one, an interval campaign, 12 direct, did you know? Oh, we don't want to do multi-channel. All right, perfect. So I'll just show you guys a 12 direct really quick. All right, so this is going to take you into step 2. I'm going to go ahead and minimize that so I can go through these in order. So step 1 in setting up a campaign, this is just rename your campaign. You can name it whatever you want. You're the only person that will see this. So say this is a 12 direct for past buyers. You can just make note of that or just name this whatever you would like. But that looks good to me, so I'm going to click Save and Continue. And my campaign name was updated successfully. Step 2, review and configure steps. So you don't have to make any changes to anything in here. The great thing about these campaigns is they say set it and forget it. So you can actually just, you don't even have to look at these if you don't want to. You can just set it up, hit go, add your contacts, and then they will receive these emails on their own throughout the year. So this specific 12 direct campaign is an interval campaign. So you'll see these go out once a month. So this is set up rather than picking specific dates, that would be a date campaign. This goes by whenever a contact is added. So the first piece goes out one day after the contact is added. And then you can change this if you'd like. Then step 2 goes out 30 days later, and then 30 days after that, and so on. So this is an example of an interval campaign. There are also date campaigns where you can actually click and select the specific date that you would like these to go out on. So you can change that. You can also change the email subject. There we go, made that more exciting. You can change that to whatever you want. So over here to the right, you can actually see a little thumbnail of what this piece will look like. If we click on that, that'll bring it up bigger so we can actually see what it says. These are like fun homeowner tips. So say you want to make some changes to this. Let's actually go in and edit this. So I'm going to hit close, and to the right of that, for whatever step you're interested in editing, we can click on the personalize button. All right, and this is going to bring us into the email piece that we want to edit. And basically from here, it's just click and edit. So say we want to change the text, we can just highlight that. We can change the font. We can change the color. If we wanted to add in an image here, just click wherever you'd like to add that. We can go up to the top and hit Insert Image. Actually, let's just change this one out. So say we don't like this. We can actually just click on that image. You can upload images from your computer, or you can choose ones that you have uploaded into eEdge already. There's also lots of stock images in here. I usually just make these really funky. So let's pick this yoga lady. Perfect. Super zen. All right, so we can change out the photos as you can see. Maybe you have a video that you want to add in. Maybe it's a virtual tour or a nice intro video from yourself. We can do that. So I'm just clicking in the email. I'm going back up to the top and I'm going to click on this little button here for Insert Video. Perfect. So in order to add a video to any of these marketing pieces, they do have to be on either YouTube or Vimeo. So I'm just going to go to our YouTube page, which is awesome. You guys should check it out. scottleroymarketing.com, or I'm sorry, youtube.com/scottleroymarketing. And I'm just going to add in our intro video. So to add in a video, you would just need to go to the video of your choice, like you're viewing it on YouTube. So from there, you can just copy the link. I selected the link or the URL in the address bar and copied that. So now when we go back over to eEdge, over here on the right it says enter video URL here, and I can paste that, click submit, and now our video has been added to this email. And you can play around with the size of that by clicking these boxes and just drag it bigger or smaller. I'm going to change the alignment. Looks like this is over to the left, but I think this video would look better in the middle. And there you go. Like I told you guys before, they do plug in that generic KW logo, but you can switch this out or delete it if you'd like. There we go. I just hit the delete button on that. You can see your contact information and your photo is plugged in for you, so you don't have to worry about that. And then down below, this is that link I told you about that says click here to download my mobile app. When people click on that, your mobile app URL will pop up. This is that marketing and reply to email that we plugged in, and then of course our marketing website. So I think this email piece looks pretty good. I made it to my liking. I'm going to go back up to the top and click Save. You can also change the name on this if you'd like. My advice is to definitely hit save as much as possible. Sometimes things freeze, or maybe your computer dies, what have you, and you don't want to lose all your hard work, so make sure you're constantly hitting this save button up at the top left. But I just hit save, so now I'm going to click exit. So now we can see our thumbnail here isn't just the generic one anymore. It's actually been updated. So now we can see the real email piece that your clients or whomever will receive. Alright, so that's a little bit about editing these. Like I said, you don't have to edit these at all. If you think that they look good to go, just go ahead and move on to step 3, which is add or remove contacts. So when we click on that, this window will pop up, and hopefully it will load soon. I'm going to try canceling this and doing it one more time. Well, this is going really slow, so I don't really know what to do about that. So on this page, you should be able to add in your contacts. It'll display, so this is really cool. If you want to add in groups, it will display all of your groups here on the left. And if you add a group to this campaign, it'll move them over from the left to the right. Anybody that you put in that group moving forward will automatically be put on this campaign. If you wanted to just add people individually, you can click on this Contacts tab at the top. I don't know why it's having so much trouble. We have 8 people in our database now, and they will display here. And then there's a little button next to each of them that says Add to Campaign, and that'll move over from the left to the to the right, and then you can click Save Changes. I apologize, guys. It looks like eEdge might be going a little slow. I'm just going to try refreshing. I might lose my work. No, I didn't. Okay, good. Let's just try this one more time. Okay, here we go. All right, so like I said, if you add over a group, let's find one. Well, let's do this 12 direct group. Perfect. So if we add over this 12 direct group that has one contact in it, anybody who we put into this group in the future will automatically receive this campaign, which is awesome, makes it easier for you to keep track of. Excuse me. If we wanted to add people just individually, maybe people that aren't in groups, or maybe you don't want to add the whole group, you can click on the Contacts tab and then just add people this way. Sometimes people will wonder why, say we have 4 contacts here, and they'll call us and say, hey, I'm adding a campaign, but it's only showing I have 4 people. I know I have at least 10 people in my database. Up here at the top, it's only showing contacts that are eligible, meaning people with good emails that haven't unsubscribed. So sometimes if you uncheck this box, it'll show more contacts here, but that just means they either don't have an email or they don't want to receive campaigns. So I think it's good to just leave this box checked. So now that we've added people, we can click Save Changes. And we'll go to our last step, which is Review and Activate. This always pops up, but it's saying that we've made changes that we haven't saved, but you guys have been following along. You saw that I saved everything, so I think this is just a glitch. I always just click Continue. All right, perfect. So now we are on our last step to get this campaign going. The first option says once a contact completes this campaign, automatically add them to, and then we have options here. This will show you other campaigns that you currently have running. This is good for people who are on shorter campaigns, like if you have people on an 8x8, it's good to automatically add them to a long-term campaign. But since this one specifically runs for a year, after that year is up, I'll set them up on the new one that comes out for the next year, so I'm just going to choose none. Alright, and then if we check this box, this just means that you've reviewed the campaigns and you are not spamming anyone. And then this option includes showcase properties. If we check that, there'll actually be a couple listings at the bottom of these emails that your clients can check out. So that looks good to me. We can now click Activate Campaign. All right, and now we can see we actually have 2 active campaigns. This monthly newsletter is always active, but if nobody's on it, it's not sending, so you don't have to worry about that too much. But now we can see our 12 direct Did You Know is good to go. And we looked at that other 33 touch and it's actually paused. But yeah, so you can view things about the campaign here. It'll show you how many contacts are on it, how many groups. It'll talk to you about the steps. Looks like there's 12 emails for this campaign and 1 reminder. You can actually change out the campaign that they'll be on next right here. And then if we click on performance, this is really great. We can see the stats for this. So we can see what percentage of people opened it, clicked it, if it bounced or unsubscribed. Just get more details about your campaign. I'm going to go back. I'm actually going to delete this because I don't want to spam my coworkers. We're all in this database. So if you want to delete a campaign, you can just click on the campaign title. This will also allow you to go back in and make changes. So say you do want to actually edit some of these other steps. This is where you can do that. But to delete, you just go down to step 4. And at the bottom right, there's an option for delete. And I'm going to click yes. All right. So that's a little bit about creating campaigns. Before we finish up today, I do want to show you how to create some marketing pieces. So we're going to go back up to the top, Marketing, and click Marketing Center again. All right, now we're back to where we started at the beginning of the class. This is where we can find different things like print marketing, email marketing, and so on. I'm just going to jump in and show you guys how to create a flyer. So if we go over under Design Library, I'm going to click on Print Marketing. All right, so this is going to bring us into the Design Library. So tons of stuff in here. We are currently only looking at print items. Looks like we're looking at postcards. Let's see, I wonder if we can check multiple bubbles. No. Okay, so I think they may have changed this recently. Looks like they have. Interesting. Okay, so over here, this search options box is going to be your best friend. So we're in Design Library now. That just means we're browsing through all the different marketing pieces that eEdge has available. If we go over to Save Designs, we can actually see any marketing pieces that we've created or worked on. So here we can search for keywords, which I'll show you, but down here we have type. You can view email and video pieces or print pieces. So before, this is interesting, you used to just be able to see all print. Now you have to do print and then what specific thing you're looking for. So let's just do a flyer. We're gonna check the box for print and then select this option for flyers. And it looks like there's 18 results found. So I'll just do a property flyer really quick and show you. I'm going to pick this property 2. You can just click on the piece that you're interested in. All right, and now we can personalize it. So if your if your IDX is fully set up with eEdge, you do have the option to automatically add in listings into these flyers, and it makes it a little bit easier for you to create them. So let's just see what listings pop up. You can add in either the MLS number or the street. I don't have a specific one in mind, so let's pick Blooming Alamanda Loop. Perfect, and now we can click on this personalize button and actually go in and make changes to this flyer. All right, so sometimes this doesn't work out perfectly because it's just kind of blindly stuffing stuff in here. So you can see it plugged in some photos. Say you want to change out these photos, you can click. This is very similar to editing the campaign. So you can click on the photo you'd like to change, and then click on this button for replace. You can also crop it or trash it. But I want to change this out, so I'm going to click replace. And here we go. And once again, we can upload an image from our computer. We can go into My Images or the stock images. But since we're hooked up to MLS, we can actually view the MLS images and choose a different one for this listing. Perfect. And I'll just go ahead and do the same here again so you guys can see. There we go. So we changed out those photos. Say we wanted to add in more photos. Let's just move this up. We can click on this button at the top for image. And once again, I'm just going to choose some more of these. And we can drag and drop to make these bigger or smaller. I'm not going to make this look too pretty. I just want to show you how it works. So there we go. We added in another image. We can also change out the text. Looks like it threw in some funky stuff here, just kind of move stuff around. So I'm just going to make this description shorter so we can actually see everything. There we go. Here's Scott's contact information. I'll just move this logo here and what have you. So like I said before, it's basically like click and edit. You can change out the fonts, make them bigger or smaller. It's way too big. Perfect. So just play around with this. You can add in different photos, text boxes, shapes. Sometimes I do this, like if I want to cover something up or change the background color, you can add in like a big square and push it over everything. You can use these forward and backwards buttons to move things like behind or on top of one another. But I'm just going to delete that. So that's a little bit about creating a print flyer. We do have more videos that go over just this. So if you have trouble when you're working on this, check out our YouTube page. So I'm going to hit save, super important. And I'm going to name this the property address. Hit save. And now this flyer is ready to go. So once we've hit save, we can now exit. And this is super cool. So now you can download the PDF, save that on your computer, and this will give you a really nice print quality file. So you can save this, print it, email it, what have you. Also over here, say, so I know on Facebook and on Instagram, things like that, you can't post PDFs. So what we'll do a lot of times is come over here and you can actually save this little section right here as a JPEG on your computer. So we can click on that, save image as. I right clicked. And now we've saved the PDF. You can see them down here, my files, a PDF and a JPEG. So this one, the PDF, really great for printing. Maybe if you want to email a high-res one, put it on an iPad, what have you. You also can save the JPEG, and you can post this on Facebook, on Instagram, put this into the body of an email. Maybe you want to send this out through your Gmail. Now you have the JPEG as well. So that looks good. I'm actually going to go back to our search now and show you guys a couple more marketing materials before we finish up today. I also, so this actually pulled us into our design library. So now we're only looking at saved pieces. These are some of the saved flyers that we've created in the past. You can go back in and edit those or make copies of them. But I'm going to go back to our design library and I'm going to show you how we can create an email piece. So I'm in design library. We need to go back down to type and switch this to email and video. I'm going to unselect print. All right, so 455 different results found for print pieces, or I'm sorry, email pieces. So good thing to note, every single campaign piece can also be sent out individually. So say you're searching through the campaigns and you found a piece you really like, but you just want to send it out as a one-time thing, you can do that. I do want to show you this search feature. So over here in our search options box under keywords, we can search for specific things. Say we're looking for a buyer piece, we can type in buyer and then either hit enter or click search. And it's going to bring up a bunch of buyer pieces that are emails. Maybe you want to change gears and look at seller pieces. You first have to click on this little red X to get rid of your initial search, because if you type in another word, it's now only showing us pieces that are for buyers and sellers specifically. So just make sure when you're changing what you're searching for that you actually delete that first word. Perfect. And now we're only seeing seller email pieces. So I'm just going to pick one of these and send it out real quick. So I'm going to do this one, help you sell. You can click on the piece that you're interested in. And if you think this looks good to go, you don't want to change anything, you can click Compose Email. But I'll go ahead and personalize this and show you. All right, so this is just like editing the campaigns. So the main difference, the print pieces, you can do you have a little more wiggle room with editing, like you can just drag and move things around. The emails, they're HTML optimized, so you don't have as much freedom with editing. You can change out things, but you can't really just like pick them up and move them around. So if you're feeling stuck or getting a little frustrated when you're editing an email piece, just keep that in mind. It's not you, it's just how it's set up. So same thing as before, we can just switch things out in here. Say I want to change this image, make it a puppy email. You can change out the text. And then all this looks good down below. Yeah, so make your changes. Go up to the top and hit save. You can change the title if you'd like. I'm just going to leave it. And once this is saved, you can click exit. So now we still have the option, you can save this. So this is an email piece. So we don't have the option to download the PDF on this. But you can still, say you want to print this out as a flyer. You can still save this image. This will save as a JPEG, which you can still print. You can print this out as a flyer. You can post it on Facebook, post it on Instagram. You can put it into the body of an email. Maybe you want to use your Gmail rather than eEdge to send this out. This will give you options to do that. And I really hope Gmail is not freezing right now, or whatever this is, Chrome. No. Well, I'm going to just pull this up because it looks like Chrome is not going to work. Sorry guys, I don't know what happened. Oops. Come on. Oh, yeah. You see that? Chrome just died. Oh, let's see if we can reopen it. Wow, I'm sorry guys, my computer is acting up. We're so close to the end too. Alright, so I'm just going to go back super quick and go back to exactly where we were. Oop, get out of here. Alright, so I'm back in my designs. This is actually the email that we were working on. So I'm just going to click on that. So let's pretend that didn't just happen. So now we're back on this page. Like I said, I'm not going to try and save this again because it apparently froze my computer. But you can right-click this and save this file, and you can print it, email it, what have you, post it. So now, if you want to send this out through eEdge, you can. This is an email piece. So we can actually click Compose Email. And this is going to allow you to send this out to your eEdge contacts. All right, so you'll see down here in the body of the email, it looks kind of hazy. This is just because this is an HTML piece, so if you want it, you can't make edits to this once it's in the body of the email. If you do want to make changes, you will have to go back and actually hit that personalize button again. But this will plug it in, and once it sends, it will be like the full color and resolution. Down here at the bottom, we have the option to include showcase properties and our social media links. I'm going to click on those. As you can see, our Facebook, Twitter, and Yelp are on there. You can also attach files if you'd like by clicking that. But going back up, we can change the subject of the email here. If you had a Pro account, you could schedule this out in the future. That is only a Pro feature. But most importantly, we want to add contacts. So we can go up here to the recipients box. You can either start to type people in, or we can click on the To button. And this is going to be really similar to when we set up the campaign. So we're showing eligible contacts over here on the left. If we want to choose by group instead, we can do that. I'll just go ahead and remove Scott. I'm just going to send this to myself. So once you've added in your contacts that you want to send this to, you can click Save and Continue. And if you think this is all good to go, we can click Send Now. And our email was successfully sent. So the last thing I'd like to show you guys today is finding a listing presentation. This is something that people ask us about a lot. So I'm going to click back to search. All right, I'm going to go back to Design Library because I want to see all of the pieces that are available. And then we do need to switch to print. So now I think we need to go to Guides. Oh, okay, cool. So they made this a bit easier. Before, I would just click the box for print and it would show us all the print pieces, and you type in listing presentation here. But now, if we click on print and go to guides, we can find our buyer presentations, pre-listing presentations, and regular listing presentations. So I'll just show you really quickly how we can create these. So once you find the one you're looking for, I'm just going to do the regular listing presentation. We do have to personalize this before we can download it, so I'll click that personalize button. And now we have the option to make changes to this. Like I said before, change out the text. SLM's Guide to Selling Your Home. You can swap out the logos here. I'll just upload a picture from my computer really quick and show you. I'm pretty sure I have some logos in here. Yep. All right, that added in a logo for us. And now we can just scroll through the pages. The one thing you do have to edit on here, down at the bottom it says prepared for client name. So make sure that you change that from client name to the client's actual name. And then you can just go through the other pages. So up here at the top right, we can scroll through. We're on page 1 now. And you can just go through it and make any changes that you see fit. There aren't ways to add or remove pages in this. So you'll have to use, like say you want to delete pages, you'll have to use like a PDF split site to do that, but that's super easy. And we can help you out with that if you have questions. But yeah, once you've gone through, all of this is pretty generic, but once you've gone through and updated this listing presentation, make sure you hit that save button. And once this is saved, we can click exit. And now we have the option to download the PDF. So this will give you a really nice PDF book that you can print out, you can email it, you can put it on a TV like a slideshow, you can put it on an iPad, do whatever you want with it. They do offer printing and binding. I don't know too much about that. I don't really know the quality or the turnaround time. I know at my old Keller Williams office, we would do this for agents. We would, I don't remember the price. It was pretty cheap though. We'd print their listing presentation on nice paper and then bind it in a nice hardcover. So I would check and see if your office offers that, but I also know that different places like Office Max or Staples, I know that they do printing and binding as well. So yeah, you can download this PDF and then print and bind it on your own. So that is actually it for today. Thank you guys for sticking with me. That is our class on marketing with MyKW. So I'm just going to pull up our site really quick to show you our contact information. So we will be closed tomorrow for Good Friday. But if you need us, we are here usually Monday through Friday. Our phones are on 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. This is our phone number here. And then you can email us. Our email is support@scottleroymarketing.com. So thank you guys for today, and I hope you enjoy the nice long weekend.